where they're getting beat. And I would say, though, that, yeah, Greg Ives is different than Steve Letarte, but I also think that Greg Ives brings a lot to the mix as well. And I don't think it solely falls at his feet. Your thoughts on that, Pete?
I know, it doesn't solely fall at his feet. It's different. There's no way. Used to disagree once in a while, but the way they handled it on the radio was just completely different because their relationship was different, their chemistry was different, their personalities were different, working with one another because Steve is Steve. Greg is Greg. He's a little more, I would say, studious maybe, a little more lower key, certainly an engineer and brings that to the table. So I don't think it's a situation that we need to get rid of the crew chief and that'll cure the 88's problems. And I don't think Dale Earnhardt Jr. even inferred that in some of the things he said on his podcast.
Why do you think the crew chief is always the first to get it?
Well, because again, it's like any other sport, man. You can't fire the players, you can fire the manager or the coach, and the crew chief is the coach. It's the exact same philosophy, you know. In my estimation, this is a situation here where that wouldn't be the key. And let's be honest, it's happened before, and there are maybe some people out there right now that a change of scenery wouldn't be the worst thing for that team if they decided to make a few change. I don't think this is one of those situations. Fan base, a lot of them are going to come to the conclusion, well, it can't be my guy, my driver, must be the crew chief, let's change that. So I think that goes into that philosophy as well.
I think that the crew chief is the sacrificial lambs of automobile racing because they are always the ones to get it first. And people will ask questions, well, why don't they change the driver? Well, look at all you have built around the car. Advertising campaigns, television commercials, radio commercials, you got hero cars, you got all this. The identity of the race team is that person. When you're in stick and ball, the identity of a team is spread out over multiple players. You can pluck one out, drop another one in. The pit crew, you can pluck a tire change or a tire carrier out, you can drop another one in. The driver in this sport is the identity of that team. And I would say that the last resort or the last opportunity for change would come from the driver's seat. You're probably going to do a lot of other changing before you get to that point because, number one, you got so much time and money wrapped up in the driver, whereas I don't think the same can be said for anyone else on that pit crew.
Well, again, it's a team sport. There's no doubt about it. But let's be completely honest about this. The driver really and truly is the team. You can't just pluck the driver out and put somebody else in there. I mean, it doesn't happen. You got to be realistic about this conversation. That's why I always talk about the championship. You know, the championship, yeah, I get it, it's a team sport, but the championship is based on how many points the driver earns because really and truly the driver is the team. When we talk about this, you're not going to change the driver of the 88 team by any stretch. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, crew chiefs, and they know that going in. You can call them sacrifice. This is a real Donnybrook. I was shocked at the punch and how unprotected Batista was in that spot. I don't know how he didn't go down. He buckled him, but he didn't go down. And then from there, strong chin from Batista. You got to believe that for sure.
If you're talking about it, we're talking about it on SiriusXM Sports.
Happy New Year, race fans. This is Kim Coon on behalf of the NASCAR Foundation celebrating 10 years of giving in 2016. Log on to NASCARFoundation.org to learn how we are making a difference in the lives of children across the nation and join our efforts by giving today to help children grow. Donate now at NASCARFoundation.org and become a champion for children. Your generous gift will bring a smile to the face of a child. Again, that's NASCARFoundation.org. Thank you for helping children live happier, healthier lives.
Dash for Cash returns to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, but this time we're going heat racing with drivers competing for $100,000. It's going down in Bristol, Richmond, Dover, and Indianapolis. Knockout qualifying determines the field of 40 and lineup for the heats. Odds in Heat 1, evens in Heat 2. The top 2 finishing series regulars in each heat will become Dash for Cash eligible.
I packed this bitch.
Dash for Cash to learn more.
Do you use a CPAP device for sleep apnea? Are you tired of dragging your bulky in-home device everywhere you travel? Then you need to know about Transcend, the world's first portable mini CPAP device. It lets you sleep in total comfort anywhere you go. And right now, you can free for 10 days by calling 1-800-506-7950. Transcend from minicpap.com is as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. For even more freedom, you can add a battery that's as tiny as a deck